The sun rises over the late Cretaceous floodplains of North America, casting golden light over vast marshes and forests. The air is alive with the calls of birds, insects, and the low hum of giant herbivores moving through ferns and cycads. Among them, a strange silhouette rises, a dinosaur with a long, backward curving crest on its head, a sleek, agile body, and a gentle gait. This is Parasaurolophus walkeri, one of the most distinctive and fascinating herbivores to ever roam the earth. The name Parasaurolophus means near-crested lizard, from the Greek para, near, sauros, lizard, and lophos, crest. It was first described in 1922 by the Canadian paleontologist William Parkes, based on fossils found in Alberta, Canada. Its unusual head crest immediately captured the imagination of scientists and the public alike, sparking debates about its purpose for decades. Parasaurolophus lived around 76 to 73 million years ago, during the late Cretaceous period, in what is now Canada and the western United States. It was part of the hadrosaurid family, the duck-billed dinosaurs, known for their flattened snouts, rows of specialized teeth, and incredible diversity. It reached lengths of up to 10 meters, 33 feet, and weighed approximately 2.5 tons, making it a medium-sized herbivore. Its long tail balanced its body, allowing it to move gracefully on 2 or 4 legs. Adults could walk bipedally when moving quickly or rearing to reach higher vegetation, but most of the time they fed on all fours, grazing efficiently. The most remarkable feature of Parasaurolophus was its hollow cranial crest, which extended backward in a long, tube-like shape. Scientists believe this crest served multiple functions: amplifying vocalizations, acting as a visual signal for species or gender identification, and potentially helping regulate airflow or temperature. Reconstructions of its calls suggest it could produce low-frequency resonances audible across kilometers, a prehistoric trumpet announcing presence, alerting the herd, or attracting mates. Its teeth formed complex dental batteries, capable of grinding tough plant material such as conifers, ferns, and flowering plants. Unlike many other herbivores, Parasaurolophus could process enormous amounts of vegetation efficiently, allowing it to sustain its energy demands and support large herd sizes. Parasaurolophus's temperament was likely peaceful and social. Fossil evidence suggests it lived in herds, possibly numbering in the dozens, with juveniles sheltered in the center, while adults scanned for predators. Its long crest also played a role in social behavior, signaling age, gender, and emotional states to other members of the group. Life for Parasaurolophus was defined by its herd behavior and the ecosystems it shaped. Living in large groups provided both safety and social structure. Juveniles stayed in the center, shielded by larger adults, while elders and dominant individuals patrolled the edges. A herd moved in coordinated patterns across floodplains, feeding on dense vegetation and leaving visible trails that shaped the landscape for smaller species. Its diet was highly specialized. The duck-billed snout allowed Parasaurolophus to crop plants efficiently, while the hundreds of closely packed teeth in its dental batteries chewed tough leaves and fibrous stems. Unlike modern herbivores that rely on chewing to process food, Parasaurolophus swallowed vegetation in large quantities, relying on fermentation in its enormous gut to extract nutrients. This allowed it to sustain a 2.5-ton body with relative ease. The cranial crest also played a vital role in communication. Hollow passages inside the crest likely functioned as a resonating chamber, producing unique sounds that could carry over long distances. These vocalizations may have been used to warn the herd of predators, maintain group cohesion during migrations, or assert dominance within social hierarchies. Scientists can even reconstruct probable tones, imagining a chorus of deep, trumpet-like calls echoing across the Cretaceous plains. Parasaurolophus was well adapted to avoid predators. Large theropods like Tyrannosaurus rex and Daspletosaurus posed constant threats. The herd's size, vigilance, and mobility helped deter attacks. Individuals could switch between quadrupedal and bipedal locomotion, allowing bursts of speed when necessary. Young or smaller members were protected in the center of the herd, while adults would use their mass and coordinated movement to fend off threats. Socially, Parasaurolophus relied on both visual and auditory signals. Crests may have been colorful, allowing individuals to identify each other from a distance. Postures, tail movements, and calls all contributed to a complex system of communication that maintained order and reduced conflict within the herd. Despite its enormous size, Parasaurolophus was remarkably agile and intelligent. Its brain, though small relative to body mass, was structured to manage herd coordination, navigation, and predator awareness. Fossilized trackways suggest organized movement over long distances, indicating that migrations were likely part of its survival strategy. In the rich wetlands of North America, Parasaurolophus exemplified the balance between strength, intelligence, and social cooperation. Its existence demonstrates that survival often depended as much on cooperation as on size or power. Reproduction in Parasaurolophus was a delicate and vital part of its life cycle. Fossil evidence shows that it, like other hadrosaurids, laid clutches of elongated eggs, carefully buried in sandy or soft soil. These nests were often found in colonies, suggesting that multiple females laid eggs in the same area for protection and communal care. Hatchlings were small, vulnerable, and likely stayed together for safety within the herd. The juveniles grew rapidly, developing the characteristic duck-billed snout and the long cranial crest as they aged. Early in life, the crest was short and gradually elongated, perhaps signaling sexual maturity or social rank. By adulthood, the crest could reach up to 1.8 meters, 6 feet in length, serving as a powerful social and acoustic tool. Parasaurolophus thrived during the late Cretaceous, around 76 to 73 million years ago, in regions now part of Canada and the western United States. It lived alongside other iconic herbivores such as Cretaceous, Edmontosaurus, and Triceratops, forming a complex ecosystem where cooperation, vigilance, and communication were critical for survival. Its fossils were first described by William Parkes in 1922. Subsequent discoveries across North America, including nearly complete skeletons in Alberta and Utah, have provided unprecedented insight into its anatomy and behavior. Modern techniques, including CT scans of the cranial crest, allow scientists to reconstruct the sounds it may have produced, haunting, trumpet-like calls that would have carried for kilometers across prehistoric floodplains. Parasaurolophus represents more than just a dinosaur. It is a symbol of adaptation and ingenuity. Its combination of social behavior, complex communication, and efficient feeding strategies illustrates the sophistication of Cretaceous ecosystems. Its crest was not merely a novelty, but a multifunctional organ that allowed it to thrive. Its crest was not merely a novelty, but allowed it to thrive in novelty, but a multifunctional organ that allowed it to thrive, survive, and reproduce in a challenging environment. Imagine a herd of Parasaurolophus at dawn, the marshes alive with mist, the calls of hundreds of crests echoing across the plains, juveniles following protective adults, all moving with graceful precision. Their long tails swing in rhythm, their heads rise and fall as they feed, and the haunting chorus of their vocalizations resonates through the prehistoric morning, a living symphony of survival and communication. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your like, comment what you like the most, and share it with someone who needs to hear this too.